Hello everyone, I hope everyone has had a good day so far. Time is now 9:22 and we're about to do a quick little weather update for you. And right now we are sitting at 70 degrees currently as you take a nice live look at our Moody College of Communication weather camera, as well as a live look at the state capitol. And one thing we can all agree on is that the vibes here are feeling really nice over these past few days. We did set a daily heat record at the Austin airport yesterday. We did not at Camp Mabry though, and that's kind of good news, but also I would much rather have warm temperatures than the cool down we are about to experience for the weekend. So looking mostly cloudy, starting to see some of that radiational fog mix out a little bit. And taking a live look again at the state capitol, it was a little cloudy and a little muggy to start, and we're going to see those clouds kind of mix out throughout the course of the morning. Now let's take a look at our current temperatures right now, and we're mainly looking at the upper 60s, lower 70s, pretty much where they've been all morning. We're looking at a light southerly breeze out ahead of this front, and as we zoom this out right behind the front, Dallas is at 51, Lubbock, where Pat Mahomes went to college, is at 42, and Amarillo checking in at 34, and we've got low to mid 70s over portions of the Rio Grande Valley, where that front has not yet made it, including us here in town, as well as San Antonio and Houston. Now your allergy count does have willow and cedar in the medium. We have elm in the low and mold is in the high, and we have elevated levels of alternaria. And you can find this allergy count each and every day on kview.com and the KView app. Now as we go hour by hour through the rest of the day, we're looking at around low to mid 80s. Some areas may not get out of the 70s. This HRRR model, the short range model, is now showing a little bit less in terms of cloud cover for the afternoon. So that really bodes well for any potential warm up we may have, especially in the hill country, where we could be looking at lower 80s for places like Mason as well as Llano. And then we are looking at mostly cloudy throughout the entirety of the area to start your Saturday morning. So if you're going on that Saturday morning jog, could be a big muggy. Make sure you have t-shirt and shorts. This is the type of weather for that. But make sure you put lotion on, okay? But anyways, Saturday afternoon, mid to upper 80s for most of us. Some areas may get very close to 90, especially out in the hill country. And if we were to get 90 at Camp Mabry, it would be the second earliest such day of the year on record for the site. Now let's move ahead here. This is Saturday night into Sunday. And this has been a bit of a slobber knocker for us here at the KView Weather Impact team, forecasting when this front is going to make its way through, or whether or not it stays up to the north and we stay a little warm. But right now, we're locking in a little bit more confidence with the high-res data. That area south of us are going to start off in those mid to upper 60s, but by the time we get to 7 a.m. on Sunday, a lot of areas in our northern counties, such as Burnett, Llano, Mason, out toward Gillespie County, those areas might be getting down to those mid to upper 50s before temperatures fall through the day in the Austin metro. And there could be some 40s mixed in there in some of our northern counties. So if you're planning on watching, hopefully the Eagles win over the Chiefs, okay? Because I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift or these refs, but we're looking at upper 40s and low to mid 50s throughout much of central Texas for that. Now your weekend forecast does have temperatures in the mid 60s for a high on Sunday before those temperatures start falling throughout the course of the day on your Sunday. But over the next few days, we are going to mainly hover around average for this time of year. So it's not going to get too terribly cold, but it's going to be feeling more seasonable for this type of year. In fact, Monday may be slightly below average, looking at lower 60s on your Monday and upper 60s for your Tuesday. But as those temperatures go down, the rain chances go up with that added moisture. So we're looking at around 30% chance for Tuesday and a 40% chance for your Wednesday out ahead of another front that's going to come on through. So for the next 7 days, I'm thinking some scattered storms on Tuesday as well as on Wednesday. And then look at this for next Thursday. This is Valentine's Eve, folks. You could be looking at temperatures only getting to the upper 50s. So it could be a bit of a chilly occasion for your Valentine's Day that is still just outside of the 7-day. And we're going to continue to track it throughout the weekend and early next week, because I know a lot of y'all got those cute Valentine's Day dates that y'all are planning. So we want to go ahead and help you get on that as we head throughout the course of the day. So gonna go ahead real quick and see if y'all have any questions. We're looking and it doesn't look like anybody's having any questions right now, but I'm gonna continue to watch that very, very closely. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and share this on my page real quick. And I'm sharing it now. All right, it's now shared on my Facebook. Don't see any comments right now on our live stream at this particular point. Looks like we're just seeing only 14 of y'all at this particular point. So not really much going on this morning on that particular front. I know traffic, Hannah Rucker's been tracking quite a bit of issues on the roads this morning. Obviously, a situation in Round Rock that we've been tracking is a bit of an accident that has caused some issues definitely in that area, especially next week. Oh, so Mary Lou, looks like we have a question. Is winter over? Not quite. Not quite over, Miss Mary. So you'll start planning probably at the beginning of March. I think we are expecting to be mainly above average for the month of February, but we are going to have a bit of a blip as we head through next week where we could have some cooler temperatures across the area. Now, I'm going to break down this front in a little more detail. I'm going to put this in the boxes here, kind of show y'all what we're talking about. So this is Sunday morning, and there you see it around 7 a.m., but we're going to back it up a little bit, back it up, and we're going to be looking at upper 80s by the time we get to 5 on Saturday afternoon as portions of Mason County, but then lower to mid 80s for the rest of us. But then as puck drop for the Texas Stars against the Rockford Ice Hogs, part 2 of that pig roast takes place. Starting to get down to the lower 70s, but then as we head through 10, 30, 11, this is according to the latest high-res data, right around 2, getting down to those mid 60s, and then eventually that front makes it through at the time we get to around 7 a.m. So if you're getting up, going to those early morning church services, definitely want to make sure you have a sweater for after, because it is going to be cold. Well, a little bit cooler than what you're going to be expecting if you didn't pay attention to this forecast, which I'm pretty sure you are because you're talking to me right now. Anyways, at around 6 p.m., we are looking at, for the time of the Super Bowl, low to mid 50s, a little bit on the cooler side. And by the time things get done, we should be getting down to those low to mid 50s for your lows across Central Texas. So, Mary Lou says plants are already budding, not ready to run AC. I would like to sincerely apologize for that. And with that, thank y'all so much for joining us here on this live. If there are no more questions, we are going to see y'all at 11 a.m. for KVU News Midday. Thank you.